blocks. Certified squad, we living large in the city blocks. Hustle hard, we keep it real, avoid the fake talks. From the boombox to the podcast waves, we reign. Engraved in the culture, can't stick this ball and chain. And survive that neo soul, make your spirit grow. Rhythm flows, melodies that make your heart glow.
We back like DC. And not even like the comic book brand, because they're not back at all. Like, but like the Capitol. The Capitol's back. You know what I'm saying? What's popping? Oh, Chuck with the cigar. What's going on?
What? Are you the GOAT?
Kingpin vibes right now.
Someone is Daredevil out, have they?
Punisher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I deserve I don't even know if I'm qualified to hang out with y'all anymore, man. Like,
yeah,
I watched the first episode of Daredevil and I liked it. Okay. And all of it's out. I have no reason to not have finished it, other than the fact that life be lifing.
I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it.
Really?
I couldn't.
Now, how many episodes? Is it 6?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I watched half of an episode and I couldn't get into it. And I realized why I never got into it. I forgot what superhero he was. It was like, for me, I know. I watched Echo. I know. I forgot he was an attorney that is blind. I know. I'm losing aura right now. I forgot what superhero he was. And
there's a lot of repeat colors a lot of times with
I was so excited because it was Marvel, but then when I first watched the first episode, I said, oh, I don't really care for this superhero. Why am I excited about this thing?
I think you need to give it a chance. Because even with the OG Daredevil.
Have you ever watched it? Did you watch the first version on Netflix? Did you watch it at all? Have you ever seen it before?
No.
All right.
I watched the movie.
So first things first.
I don't think we're nerds.
Go to the original Netflix series. Start from the first episode. Okay. You're literally starting in the middle of the end of the saga, basically. Like, you're not gonna know. If you didn't read it in the comics, you're completely lost. You have no clue.
No.
So when you watch Spider-Man and that lawyer dude came to like help him out, you just thought he was I think there's certain law.
Yeah, I think there's certain superheroes that just need to stay in cameos.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No.
That's a strong stance.
They just need to stay in a cameo.
No.
That's it.
I'm not gonna let you do this. I am not gonna let you do this. I'm not gonna let you say this. This is foolish. This is not basura. This is not it. First of all, Daredevil is one of the best superheroes ever created. I promise you this. I'm telling you this from a superhero crazy standpoint. His books are incredible. I personally love, obviously, Frank Miller is one of my favorite artists. The Frank Miller, iteration, which included Bullseye, who was in the new series.
Yeah.
Again, we'll get to that in a second. Bullseye, Punisher, Kingpin
is dope.
Are all represented in this series. So we gotta back up a little bit. You might want to just look up some comic books and I would recommend the Frank Miller, just get the ones with Frank Miller in it. And they really detail super gritty New York. It's more or less what you see in this show, but they hold back a lot. So the Punisher, from what I saw, is not in this fully. Mm-hmm. And Bullseye is not in this fully. The Kingpin is, but he's mayor now. So
yeah, I did notice that. I thought that was dope. I always was a fan of Kingpin. I like him.
Did you? So I take it you did not watch the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
I did. The movie.
What'd you think of that one?
I like that, but the whole new spin of it all. Yeah, it just reminds me of Elektra.
Elektra's dope, actually. They're trying
I don't think so.
No. I mean, in the comic books. Yeah. Elektra, I mean, they totally botched that, but I don't know how they're gonna bring her back as Elektra. She's not really a good modern day Elektra. Like, well, she wasn't a good old Elektra, but
We're not talking. Are we talking about Jennifer Garner?
yeah, Jennifer Gardner.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
my
she's
bad.
not even like a good human. Like,
Oh, she's not.
She's
uh,
not. I like her.
some people have told me this. I
Oh
don't know.
wow.
I'm going off a hearsay. Maybe she just doesn't like Spanish people,
Oh,
which still would make her not a good human. Like, but the person who told me this was a Spanish individual, and he's like, yo, he had multiple encounters with this person, and like every time she was just rotten. And
wow.
okay, well,
That's nasty work. Who we gonna like? Jeez, all the white people.
I like Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is dope. And in the comic book,
Oh, I met her. I met
she was
her in
equal
real life.
opportunity.
Was she cool?
She was very cool.
Really, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I met her in
Yeah,
real life.
it's-
I got a picture with her somewhere.
Like, do
Wait,
you see
it's-
like on some random, just like in the New York City area type stuff, or she had like an event?
It was at an event. Yeah, it was at an event. She was very cool, taking pictures and stuff. Yeah, that was that type thing. Yeah.
I see. Sometimes the true testament to find out somebody cool is not just to just catch them in the wild, right? Like not
Yeah.
at an event, because like you at an event, you got to turn on, you got to be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
If you catch somebody at Starbucks and shit, and somebody took too long with their order before them, then you get like a more accurate representation of who these people are.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of these people, they can break out immediately. They don't have to linger. They don't have to hang around and take pictures with people and talk to you. They can literally exit.
And she hung out and took pictures with everybody.
Yeah, she stuck around.
That's what's up. Yeah, like in the comic book, she gave Luke Cage some, if I'm not mistaken.
She did.
Yeah, that actually Jessica Jones was good. Yeah, that show was all right, man. Marvel needs to rework that. Though all of those shows,
like Luke Cage,
except Iron Fist.
Everybody hated Iron Fist.
That was terrible. Terrible.
So terrible from the standpoint of if you really up on the source material, it didn't stack up, or you just felt like it was just a bad show because it was a bad show.
It just, the main actor respectfully was not Danny Rand. It was just not a good look. It was just I can't even remember it. It was just, I blocked it out. It's gone. It's out of here.
Yeah. So this week was a major thing, and we kind of been talking about in the past episodes in regards to how do we see this Doomsday to go, and they just released all of the names of, well, some of the name, but a huge lineup for Marvel Doomsday. And then we see Robert Downey Jr. at the end, and he does like this, similar to what he did on the Avengers when he saw his daughter and was like this. So after you all saw the lineup, where do you guys see it? And plus, you guys read comic books. Where do you guys see this story going?
I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything. No, I don't want to know. I just want to. I'm waiting. I don't care.
You have it. Did you see it?
I saw it, and for me is like, all right, cool. They could show the names on the back of the chair, and we can make whatever assumptions we want to make. But I know we're gonna get blessed with some cameos and some surprises. I felt like they didn't tell you everything that's on the menu, you know, at that particular situation. But I am excited, and there's some of the different fan theories that I've been seeing. And I even saw one while I hopped on right now. And granted, these are theories; these ain't official leaks. Somebody, pointed out that Tony Stark being Dr. Doom, or Robert Downey Jr.'s character, like, because we don't know if he's truly Victor Von Doom or if he's like just evil Tony Stark with the Doom mask. But there was like something about when Captain America went back on his nomad shit, returning the stones.
Yeah,
he messed up somewhere along the way, and that's what created the evil doctor, the evil version of Tony Stark. Just one theory. But if that's that'd be a hell of a plot twist. That's like Empire Strikes Back, Luke, I am your father type. Era, like, like, whoa.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying
back.
that. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people saying that this entire Iron Man's that we've been seeing is really Victor Von Doom. And they're saying there was a collision that happened. We saw the collision, or what is it called? What's the word for it? Not a collision, but
incursion.
Incursion.
Okay.
Yeah, incursion, like how we saw with Doctor Strange, with the incursion happening. And that's the reason why on this little sneak thing that they're doing with all of the lineup, that's why Robert Downey Jr. went like this, at the end. But it looks like the theory of the X-Men versus Avengers, it looks like this is where it's going, because there was a lot of X-Men on that lineup. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very popular theory too. Like, you know how like a lot of times, you know, when you introduce new characters, they'll start off as like, "Yo, we fighting each other." Nah, but my mom named
Yeah.
Arthur too.
Yeah.
And then they realize they got a common foe, and they got to
Yeah.
do something about that foe.
And then we're
You know,
seeing Michael B. Jordan. Name was on there.
it was.
Wait, hold on. No, it wasn't Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, I was
Was it
about
Michael?
to say.
You might be so
No,
Michael
no.
Michael
I would have heard
Douglas.
that one.
No, you know what? Hold on. I thought, okay, so I'm reading all these names, right? And I saw Patrick Swayze. And I was like, why is Patrick
He was on a
Swayze?
troll site.
Oh, look.
But I read it again and it said Patrick Stewart.
Oh,
I was just looking at all these names because all the names start, and I'm like, Patrick Swayze, what superhero was he?
the ghost.
Pony Boy's brother.
Stay gold.
Right.
Now it was dope how they gave Ant-Man the little chair, and I think like
Yeah.
if you're gonna be petty and do that,
Yeah.
you should have had a wheelchair for Professor X.
Yeah, I know, you should have. And then we did not see Hulk. So Chuck didn't see Hulk name.
That's cool. No need for hope.
Yeah,
No.
not yet. Not
No,
yet.
Hulk is the worst employee ever.
They've destroyed them. They've defaced them. They've reduced them. No need to include them.
Yeah. And we did not see Jonathan Major's name.
Yep, that's okay too. Okay too. Yep.
You know, my fingers are crossed, man. Like you know,
Yeah.
they haven't yelled action on any set yet,
Yeah.
and I hate everything that's happening still to Jonathan Majors because you know, like I was the last of the three of us to go see Magazine Dreams, and when
Yeah.
I tell you this man needs to win every single award for any level of acting. They need to give him awards for things he didn't do. Best costume design, you know, best screenplay. Like
Yeah.
the work that he did
Uh-huh.
in that movie, which also connects to the work that he did in Loki.
Yeah.
Like the inflections, the things he did when he was playing Victor Timely or He Who Remains in that one.
Yeah.
Yo, man, like there's not too many people who are capable of pulling that off, man.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Majors deserves to have that Kang arc finished, and not in a way where, like, in the first 5 minutes of the movie, Doctor Doom kills him the same way Thanos went on a ship and beat everybody up on the Avengers joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying the same thing. You know, I interviewed him Friday. I interviewed him recently, and I was what's the word? Fanning out. I was fanning out. I really felt like, oh Lord, like I said it earlier in our chat, it was like meeting Santa Claus in the Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Yo, I think you're the best. You're the best. You're the greatest actor ever. I can't believe
glaze.
it. I was like, oh.
You know, like you may have been in your head about it, but I watched the entire thing, bro.
Yeah.
Not only did you do a stellar job interviewing him, he was so open and vulnerable with you, and the way he answered his questions. And I saw this like a few hours, or maybe I went to go see the movie the next day. But it made me want to see the movie even more after watching your interview, man. Like you really aced that one, man, for real.
You did. You was in your bag. I saw a beautiful. It was like two brothers, really saluting one another, and it was that, and it was, and it's hard to get him to open up, and once he saw that you wasn't coming with all of the different, slander or things that are kind of in the headlines, even when you tapped in on the Marvel question, it wasn't like you tapped in on some like, let's tell us what really went down. You know what I'm saying? It was like you flipped it, and he was like, oh, okay, I could really even more loosen up. It was a good interview. Make sure y'all check it out on allhiphop.com. Chuck and Jonathan Majors.
I'm gonna put our clip on our platform soon. Just got to get to it. But for the record, for those watching, I made it clear we're going to start a petition to bring him back to the MCU, and that he's more than deserving at this particular time, particularly around his self-work, not just because it's over, but really because he's done the work to bring himself back. As a human being, he's improved himself very, very outright and intentionally. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But he made he made it. He wants to be back to the universe. But he ain't waiting around either. He got a couple big projects coming up, action, thrillers, and all that. So regardless, Megan Good. I mean, somebody told me, this is not my first thought, but somebody told me Megan Good knows what she's doing. She sees that this guy is not a loser. Potentially he's been mischaracterized. Potentially, obviously, if she's the first person she ran, something's going on there, right? In my opinion, what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm not in their business.
Yeah.
But anyway, long story short, he's not a loser the way one would assume based on headlines. Like he's really literally, and I said this in the interview, he's really, I would say, the top 5 goated newer actors.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, like there's very few people you could watch, and just remember where you were when you were watching that scene, because even with John David Washington had some of those moments for me too, especially I know people's kind of mixed on Tenet, but Tenet
was bomb.
Oh my God,
I could watch Tenet again.
Few plot holes though in that last act though, and it's how come no one's catching these plot holes here? Why aren't people wearing masks on the boat? If you know, but still his performance though was just top notch, man.
Yeah,
top notch.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those too.
And y'all was so right about Novocaine.
Just needs the
Yeah, y'all was so right. I can't remember who said Novocaine was it was. I think it was you. About somebody taking that much. Yo, the fact my man hand stayed crispy the entire movie though,
bro.
I need to see it. Is it good?
That was
it's dumb.
Watch it at home.
Okay, yeah. Watch Woman in the Yard at home too. I went to go see that. You know what? It was kind of like, what's the Halle Berry movie that you and Shamar went to?
I know.
Never Let Go. Never Let Go. It was like another thriller of a Black woman that is all the way not right in her head. It was that. I went to go see Snow White.
What'd you think?
How was it?
You know what? I had to it wasn't Wicked. Wicked was bomb. It wasn't Wicked. And it was all these new songs. I don't know what's going on with Disney and their new songs, but I'm not feeling the new songs. That Mufasa new songs wasn't good. I'm just not feeling the new songs, but I had to get all my Snow White stuff. So I got my Snow White blanket cape and my cup and I wanted to support the Cuban American actress who played Snow White. And I'm so tired of them constantly hating on these characters in Disney, from Star Wars to, and we talked about that in the past, from Star Wars to even these new princesses, so I wanted to support her, so that's why I watched it. But the little hi hoes hi ho, they were all animated and it was corny and it was whack and it was
it's as bad as they say it is. It tanked at the box office. I mean,
so I guess my little coins didn't really mean.
They're saying it's one of the worst reviewed movies ever, but I hold that with a grain of salt because because people do the review bomb and it's that weird fine line between cockiness and confidence, right? Because I've seen some of Rachel Zegler's interviews and I can understand why some people would take a disliking to her confidence, and I understand also well, she really believes in the shit she's doing, but it was some of the things she said, the way she said it, I understand I could rub people the wrong way, but when people bear false witness and review bomb something that they ain't seen yet just because they don't like the energy, I think that's messed up because there are people who really hang their hat on those Rotten Tomato reviews and use that to predicate whether or not they're gonna go see something or not.
Yeah, I think the acting was great. I just hated the songs, and I hated the Snow White, the seven the dwarfs. I didn't like how the dwarfs were. They were some classic songs, that I like, but the new songs in there was whack. So, but the acting was great. I like who was the one? It was Wonder Woman that played the evil witch, and she's just a beautiful woman.
And you liked her performance?
I did. I really think she did very well.
Everybody has been killing her performance.
Are you serious?
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
She was good. Because she just shouldn't have sang. She sang, and I don't think she should have sang.
A lot of people were saying that as well.
That's probably what it was in Rachel. So, so yeah. But, one of the things that I think that we really need to analyze on us is that I don't think we're nerds. We're not blerds. We did not go to BlerdCon, and we didn't even know nothing about BlerdCon.
I knew about it, but I mean, I found out late, and
are we a part of this community? Like, what is going on with us? How do we not know?
We are.
How come we wasn't invited to BlerdCon?
Well, I knew about it. I knew y'all couldn't make it.
It was in New York?
It was in DC. Yeah, it was in DC.
Everyone was there.
I couldn't make it. I knew y'all couldn't make it. And so I might not even have said anything because I just assumed you guys weren't going to make that trip.
If I'd have knew in advance, I would have tried to make something shake because because I love going to conventions, especially like when you get to see us nerding out like that and like being in our element, man. It'd be really cool, man. And I really like, because even the things that take place in Atlanta that are like, super blurred leaning. I just love to be in that energy, man. So I would have definitely pulled up, but I'm gonna mark it on my calendar hard for next year.
Yeah, we're gonna go next year. We have to have a booth or something.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100% real. I didn't think Janelle Monáe was gonna beat it. I didn't think she was gonna show up.
And she showed up promoting what?
Being a nerd.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if she had a booth because she's gonna be in a new. I don't know.
She performed
playing Young Storm.
She did something. I forget. I didn't. I was so hurt that I played myself.
Yeah.
I didn't look further because I was like, oh shoot. I got the recap email and I was like, all right, you played yourself, bro. Like, yeah, you played yourself. So
shout out to you for reading those.
Yeah.
I tried.
Shout out to you. You know what? You're maybe are a blurred. Shout out to the fact that you even get them. Because I didn't even get. How do you sign up for that?
But that's a superpower though. Like I think where somebody doesn't do something, someone else does. Like like Chuck is plugged in the way he's plugged in. You keep us connected to the Lego community, and I buy things. I be right back.
Yeah, right. Oh snap! Oh
boy,
snap.
Let's go.
What did he get? Yeah, you know what? I have been in love with Funhoo right now. Funhoo has a dance battle that I just got. It's called Funhoo. Pause. I know.
Funhoo? I walked in like I step out and then we got
Funhoo. Funhoo. It's FUNWHOLE. Funhoo. And they're from the UK, but they have this whole street series. So I got their dance battle, and I didn't bring it, but it's downstairs. But then I also got their club. Once I build the club on the next certified squad, I'm gonna show you their club. Y'all are gonna be like, "Yo, I love Funhoo."
Oh, I'm on the site. This is dope.
Isn't it dope?
Underground dance battle. Yeah,
you see that? Yeah, and then you could put your iPhone in it and put music to have music so they could dance.
Yo, and it's so cool that like the way the grid, or at least on one of them, was set up to where like you could put the guy on his head, spinning on his head, and it locks into the little peg and the thing.
That's what I got. I got that one. I got the dance battle. I'm putting on. My city is coming along, and I'm now trying to use one switch to turn on all the lights, and I'm gonna have all the lights, and they'll be dancing and be,
Yo, this factory house of music, and the price is actually not bad. Yo,
I know.
164 on the Lowski Woski.
Yeah, I'm building a Twilight Motel right now.
Well done. Yeah, like, man, everybody do their part.
I know.
Now here's me with my like semi-monthly acquisition from
Okay.
I open boxes like I don't get things ever. Like
what is this?
All right, so there's a rapper from the DMV area. No one really quite can triangulate where he's from. He says the N-word a lot. Claims his dad's black. That's Logic. Logic action figure. Shout out to Reaction Figures. Super, Super 7. Yo, they always got some cool new things coming on. And I remember like when they dropped the pre-order for this, I was like, yo, I gotta make it shake. Cause man, there was a time where all we wanted was like for our artists to have action figures. I'm still wondering what the hold up is on like a LL Cool J action figure.
Yeah.
Because you got Run DMC, you got Third Base, you got Kwame, you got all these other people. Like, yo, like LL should have been part of that first wave.
Yeah. Were they hating on him?
And Ponytail Ice-T. If they can give Ice-T the same ponytail that, like, well, Spirit and G.I. Joe had 2 braids that draped over his shoulders. Right. But if they just give him like one strong one, like that New Jack City ponytail, like, I want that Ice-T.
New Jack.
Hustler.
I got an acquisition too. I'm gonna go get it while y'all talk.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Then you know what? Let me show y'all my dance battle.
Let's see what you got going on.
Yeah. I got to get the dance battle.
Well, I'm gonna pop out of the screen just so you.
Okay, so I got to get the dance battle and show y'all my city of going through the house. Looks like wait. Yeah, okay, I feel like I'm by myself. I feel like I'm by myself.
I was narrating. I said it's a certified cribs.
Oh, I know, right? That's exactly what it looks like. All right, here it goes. Hold on. Look at the dance battle.
Oh, that's dope.
Isn't that dope?
And when you picked it up, nothing fell and broke. You know, because like sometimes, like, you know, you gotta, like, if you don't glue certain things in place,
and look at there's lights.
Relocate.
There's lights on it. Look at this.
Nah, that price point and what you get for that is pretty dope. Wait, actually, that wasn't the bigger one. That was the one that was how much?
This one was only like $30 or $20.
As it should be.
And then look at I made the old guy be the DJ.
Okay.
Yep.
Season.
Season. Yep. And then they battle. Hold on, let me see if I could move it. But this thing turns and then he spins on his head so you could turn it.
Oh, okay.
See all the little great details. Oh, and you see it's like a little party, like in the street sign.
Oh, so they're not even 100% like Lego characters because I'm seeing like like so the legs don't like do that little like, you know, you can't scissor kick the legs, right?
No, because they are Funhoo, so it's different. And then I don't know if you guys saw my record store, but I have like a whole record store. Let me see. There's the lights. I turn the lights on the record store. See?
Oh, that's a company that said, "Hey, we don't want to get sued.
I know exactly.
We're gonna do just enough different, just to
exactly. It's
keep
like
us out
a
of
whole
court.
thing. So I'm lighting up, and then I have my Truth Park, my little skate park.
Okay.
Yep. So
when I saw all that together before, I thought that was all Legoed up, but it blends in nicely. You know how like you couldn't you couldn't put the Duplo people with the Lego people because they were too damn big.
Yep, right. It blends right in with my regular Lego, like modulars and stuff. Yeah. So and then I expand it. So this is my new city on this side. Yep. So
all right.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up. I would love that Avengers Tower right there to go with my Daily Bugle. You know, hint, nudge, wink, wink.
Okay, yeah, like you
wink,
know,
wink.
The occasion's amazing. Send the item number. We'll see if we can make shake. But that's dope, man.
Bricklink to get it for half the price.
That sounds like where the plug go.
Yeah. Let me see. Ooh, I love it.
I stumbled on this comic book store, this everything store. It's not just comic book. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what? I had been going to this this particular other store, and I never noticed that across the street was this comic book store, which is again not comic book, it's everything. Yeah. I was like, where have y'all been? They like, we've been here 10 years. I was like, what?
Hiding in plain sight.
And so I went in there and was immediately overwhelmed. And I was like, I can't, like, I'm gonna make sure I get something to support. Yeah. So I ended up getting Jam Master J, Funko, which I don't have. I just got to get Run. I have DMC and I need to get Run.
Oh, I have Run.
You have Run?
Yeah, I have Run. And I have all 3 of them.
Yeah, I got to get Run. I've never seen Run. And then I also got classic Black Panther because as comicked out as I was as a kid, like I never really got all the way into Black Panther because I don't know. I'm not sure why. Yeah. I think it might have been slightly before my time. Yeah. And I think Luke Cage was so cool that might be like what I was more into. So so I got two things I know I can't regret or nothing. But yeah, it was a lot. But
about Luke Cage, when you think about like his the way he looked in the 80s, he still almost had a 70s look. Like that open shirt with the afro and the headband is like, bro, like he needed to look like how Luke Cage looks now back then. You know, and I think he would have took off faster as a character. Like they just had him outdated styles. Like, yo, did my man just get out?
Right. He definitely had a blaxploitation look for sure.
Word. Yo, real quick, guys, like, you know, we was talking about, you know, things that don't mix, like, right, you know, how like you can't like really pair the Duplo up with, you know, the Legos and whatnot. I would like to take y'all down memory lane really quickly with another back in the day. All right. The year was, I don't know, Ronald Reagan was still president. There was a cartoon that came out that looked like it was about to change everything, mostly because of the toys that accompanied it with it. That cartoon was Mask, not to be confused with the movie that had Cher and that big head dude that had something wrong with him. Nah, it was about like, you know, like
you wrong for that.
It was about vehicles that could do multiple things. Rocky Dennis, there you go. Yo, the vehicles did all types of cool stuff. They had planes, they had motorcycles, little helicopters, but they made these dudes smaller than G.I. Joe and Transformer action figures, so you could never pair your figures with their vehicles. And it was one of the biggest crimes in toy history that I've ever seen, because like if you try to stick like a G.I. Joe in the car, like he'd be hanging out the window and stuff. Like, but the vehicles was cool, and the cartoon was just as cool.
Masked crusaders working overtime, fighting crime, secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The Soundtracker's gonna lead the mission, and Spectrum's got such supervision. Mask is the mighty power that can save the day. Mask, no one knows what lies behind their mad charades. Mask, always riding on Venom's trail. Come see the laser rays. Find your way.
And I liked how like the leader of the bad dudes looked like a white Saddam Hussein.
Oh my God.
Why did I start singing it when at first? I was like, how do I remember this?
I do
Masked
very much.
Crusaders.
I forgot
I used to
about
love
that.
that little robot. That little robot was so funny.
I always felt like Mask was the perfect opportunity to like do a crossover with G.I. Joe or even Transformers for that matter, and we just never quite got it. And then another additional insult to injury. You know how like it came with the little mask that goes on the guys?
Yeah.
If you try to put it on the G.I. Joe head, it fit like T.I. hat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it would just be like you kind of get it on and just tip it to the side and just make it look cool.
You could never let them play together.
Right.
You couldn't. They
He-Man
were like,
was the same way.
Yeah.
It was just too big for what was going on. like the scale was just violently off.
Right.
You couldn't even make it make sense. Like, why are these guys so much bigger?
You couldn't. That is so funny.
Man.
Well, I tried to draw Daredevil for you, but
let's go.
Let's see. Ooh,
That was quick.
that was dope. He got the cigar.
Nah, no cigar, just an angry face with dark shading.
I love it. That was so dope.
With your drawing ability, right? Let's just say if you got tapped on the shoulder to do jury duty, could you be like, hey, what if, you know, and you were like the guy, like just imagine if you was that guy at the Diddy trial. Like if you could be the court.
I could do that. I could definitely the one. Yeah, No, that's I could type too, but nah.
Oh, that's type. Okay.
I think that's the the court artist. I forget what the exact name is. I could definitely do that based on what I've seen them do. Yeah, for sure.
Especially
Wow.
as fast as you turned that, because I think I'm only
I
seeing you look
know.
down a couple times, and I was like, oh, he cooking, he cooking.
I didn't even know he was drawing this entire time, so that's so dope.
Yeah,
You in your Daredevil bag. I didn't even see you.
yeah. I'm gonna get something done real soon.
But yo, real quick before we slide, right? Can we leave the same way we came in? Because we came in talking about Marvel, right? Can everybody give like a wild pitch ass fan theory as to something you think may happen in the next couple years in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'll go first while you think.
Okay.
I think in one of the upcoming Avengers movies, Terrence Howard is either gonna be Kang or like he gonna be like a real evil war machine. Because they're tying it, because even things that you thought that they have tied up, they're gonna figure out a way to make the fact that they're gonna go from light skin to black from Iron Man 1. They're gonna figure out a way to make it canon. It makes it like, no, the incursions have been going on for longer than we knew. Like they're gonna figure out a way to tie everything together, because just when you thought they couldn't make any of the X-Men or any of the other stuff made sense, they did. So why does it have to stop there? You know what I mean?
I think it's gonna be Namor versus Aquaman.
No, they can't do that because that's DC Marvel.
No, but that DC Marvel has collided several times.
Okay.
If they can figure out how to do that in a cinematic space, that would be so dope.
That would be dope as hell.
I get nervous as the weeks progress about this new Superman movie. I'm not hearing.
Me too.
Well, I'm a piggyback off of you and say that they're gonna bring David Hasselhoff back as Nick Fury and figure out how to cross over with Samuel L. Jackson. If y'all look far back enough, David Hasselhoff was the original Nick Fury. I know we don't have a picture of it right now, but
let me try to make it happen.
Wait, what?
I don't know how that just popped up in my head. How I have that somewhere in the recesses of my brain.
That's a repressed memory for many.
David Hasselhoff was definitely
and he looked kind of bad. Damn, and he had a whole movie.
He had a whole movie. Yeah, he had a whole movie back in 1989.
What?
I'm sorry, 1998.
That's not far at all. So it could happen. It could be an incursion.
The year all hip hop was born. Somehow they slipped past me that Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out.
Yo,
you have to download or something. Figure something.
I almost got it. I hope the conversion works. Hold on a second.
Conversion will happen.
For those that don't know, Nick Fury in the comics is a white guy, like diehard white man. Basically like the '80s version of. He came out before the '80s, but all those Arnold, Sly Stallone type figures. One of those.
Yeah.
And, for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they switched him as a black person, which, I didn't have a problem with, but it was definitely odd based on what I knew growing up.
Yeah. Because I always only saw the white guy version of it, and shot to the streets for like not really making a big deal out of it. That just goes to show you how much equity Samuel Jackson has.
Yeah, they didn't complain about him.
Nah, they let him slide.
They let him slide.
They definitely let him. They definitely let him slide. But
they didn't want him cursing at people.
Wait, was Ironheart? Was she always black?
She was always black. Yeah, she was always. Black.
Here go your man.
What?
Yo, that gun will like destroy somebody.
Oh my God, yo! As soon as we get out of here, I'm gonna watch this movie. Like the second we get out of here, I'm watching this movie. I've never seen it. I knew it existed. I'm going to watch it because you know what? David Hasselhoff deserves support.
Yeah, it looked like he got a spliff in his mouth too. Like,
yeah, that ain't no cigar. That is a
supposed to be like this, a short cigar. Like it's supposed to be all the way smoked, but that looks definitely like a chocolate tie.
Oh, like one of them chew sticks. The chew sticks you get from.
Yeah, it's a chew stick. That's definitely from the House of Nubian chew stick. He got that from the Africans or something. Shout out to David Hasselhoff. You tried it, Brody. You're right around the same time as Blade. Right around the same time. I mean, Blade.
That is so funny.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never, because I would see it in Blockbuster when I would walk around. Right. And like, yo, I will walk by that like you stepping over like a sleeping homeless person in the subway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was not interested. But now I care a little bit.
Yo, I gotta watch it. I gotta see it.
Because do you think they were doing like weird little Easter egg crossovers? Like, yo, you know that's Coulson. You know, like
did I tell y'all I met Coulson? I told you that, right?
I think so. Yeah. Was that, like a big event, like it was a Comic-Con event. Yeah.
Random thought. Yeah, I was fanboy that time. Yeah, I was fanboyed out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Most people know him as Coulson, and like I remember mostly from New Adventures of Old Christine.
Oh shoot! Okay, yeah.
He was like the boyfriend or something on that show. Like, yeah, it was like, oh yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, this was fun. Yeah.
One more time for the road.
Love pumping on that chocolate. Let your brains fall out of it.
Like when I see him pose like this with that thing in his mouth. Hold on, let me switch it to everybody's on the side. I want to put the audio from when they was trying to kill my man in Belly, the Jamaican dude.
Oh yeah,
You want rum with me? Who want run clot with blood clot me? Who want rum?
We gotta do it. We gotta do it. Matter of fact, we might want to do a special reel just for that.
Yeah, that is so funny.
A viral promo, man. We're cool, man. Well, yo, love is love, man.
Yeah.
It's always a great, like, y'all made it feel like not whatever day this is, because we don't want to tell people tape this, but yeah, like, oh my God.
Yeah, this was great, man. Thank you. And you guys continue to stay tuned, stay subscribing, stay
certified.
Peace.
It was dope how you built onto it. I was like
that.
With the homies.